Good morning. So I made about $92, yes, for the whole 2 days of my yard sale, which is better than nothing, but it was like pulling teeth. I had to let go of most of my jewelry for $1 each because no one wanted to pay any more than that. All my little sandwich glass plates that I wasn't keeping, they went for $1 each. A few things I did get 10 each for. So, and one guy only had $2 and he wanted 3 of my old photos, so I said, go ahead. You know, it's money. One viewer said, it's trash, throw it away. But I made $92 out of that trash. And I still have more trash. And I could make more money out of that. I just need more. I just had a handful of people. No one will come down the street. It's because it's not a great area, and they figured, what do they have? They didn't even come. I don't know. People just, everybody wants something, though. And everybody wants to comfort themselves with a little luxury, you know? So the one woman just only wanted to pay $1 each for jewelry. She bought 10 pieces. And to me, I'd rather have the $10 than the 10 pieces of jewelry. So yeah. I also got $10 for a frame that is probably worth about $75, but I couldn't sell it. It's been out several times and can't sell it. Back when Dennis was still well and I'd go to Webster, no one wanted it. It's a reproduction of a famous painting, and still worth $75 to supposedly. To me, it's worth $10, and I'll take it. So I was looking at comments, and LaVerne, I'm just going to answer you via this video. Gaining weight. It's tough when you can't taste, but you can tell sweet and salty, sour, bitter. It just, I don't know. What compels us to eat even when we're not hungry? We're looking for something. Either that, we're looking for some sort of happiness, pleasure, comfort, or we're trying to stuff something down that we don't want to rise up and choke us. That's how I feel about it with my own self. And hey, I am not a mental health professional, okay? Disclaimer right off the bat. I'm just talking about personal experience here. You can sue me, but there's not much to get. Hold on. All I can say is you gotta hold on, and sometimes you're holding on and like your hands are raw from hanging on to that rope, trying not to slip down a little bit more. That's how it feels in a lot of aspects, not just the widowhood aspect, just life and living and aloneness. I'm fortunate than many. I have a family that wants me around. Go figure. That's a big blessing. So, you know, I was looking at LaVerne's second comment. Oh, I wish there was a widows community. How nice would that be? So I started looking online, you know, is there such a thing? Did anyone else come up with that idea? I know that the Baptists have had like little Christian communities where you buy in and everybody is like from the Baptist religion, but those fell apart. You know, soon other people would be able to get in there and the community ended. Almost like being at camp. But a widow's community, a physical widow's community, I've looked, I don't see anything on the internet. If there is, it's a well-kept secret. Virtual communities abound. You can find plenty of virtual communities. They're there. But my dream still is a community, a little mobile home park, a tiny house community, a little cabins in the woods community, just to start out, maybe with the number 12. A nice even number, right? And maybe once a week or even more, there could be a community building where we'd all come together, potluck, have dinner together. Wouldn't that be lovely? Movie night, gardening day. Even if you can't garden, you could at least sit in a chair and watch. That really is a dream and a goal I would really like to fulfill. And I didn't win the Mega Millions, so I may have to rely on grants from the government. Maybe if I put it out there that this is what I'm looking for, maybe some generous, wealthy somebody or other would donate the land. That'd be a big start right there. Like this mobile home park, it isn't a lot of land, and there's a ton of homes on it, you know. I'd want to give each widow a little space, you know. Maybe like a 1/4 acre for each little home. Because everybody likes a little buffer from each other. What about pets? I can't stand barking dogs. I hate that. Oh, 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 oh. It's like, doesn't their throat ever get tired? Did I sound like a dog? I don't have any ears for that. But I did get to wear a moose hat while I was with Finn. It was this little knit hat, had a little moose face and little moose ears. I don't know why it fit me. Was it Maggie's? My head's small. I got the poop end of the stick. I'm angry. My teeth suck. My hair sucks. My eyes suck. Oh well. Back to my community idea. I'm serious. Let's figure this out, widows. Any widows that really would love to live in a community with other widowed women, come forward. Let's put our heads together. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing if we could find 12 women in this community that would like to make that dream come true? It would be the bomb, wouldn't it? We'd have something in common. The pain and sorrow. Oh my gosh. Back up here. So I'm looking widows communities and I see, you know how the little drop downs are and they have a little question? Well, it said average age of a widow. I'm thinking 74. Did you know that the average age of a widowed woman is 59? Though there are many younger than that. 59. So when you think of it, I robbed that statistic by 5 years. Why doesn't it feel good? It doesn't. I cried myself to sleep last night. Yes, I did. I cried myself to sleep last night. I was talking to Dennis like I do every night. I just got really upset. I said, this isn't fair. This isn't right. And what kind of a God would do this to us? Yes, I got angry at God again. Every now and then it bubbles up inside me and I just got to let it out. So then I talked to God. I said, why do you let these things happen? I said, there's plenty of you-know-what's out there. Go pick on them. Destroy their lives for a change. They deserve it. That was a very vindictive thing to say, I know. Don't sometimes you get a hair across your you-know-what? That's an old saying. We're going to lose all the old sayings with the new generations. They don't have any of those sayings. Hair across their butt. I only use the other word, but in any event. What the heck does that mean anyway? No wonder they don't want to use these expressions. They're ridiculous. Okay, back to serious subjects here. I am just so... So if I could take that angry energy and convert it to action. Action. Fear. When you're afraid of something, if you can convert it to an action, you feel better. You say, okay, I'm afraid of this, this, and that. What can I do about it? I had a lot of fears living in this trailer. What if I end up like the guy next door who had a bill of, I don't know, $4,000 to $7,000, $4,000 down, I think they wanted, $7,000 for the whole thing to fix the electric line. Now, somebody told me that the park, or somebody, I don't know if it's a park, she came by to the yard sale, someone's redoing a mobile home that was abandoned in here. Maybe it's the park, I don't know. And to resell, and she also said a woman redid a single wide in here. She had to like redo everything, roof, floor, everything. That must have cost a pretty penny, and she's asking $47,000 for it in a park. Now the nicer parks, they get 89, whatever, because they're really nice parks. This isn't bad, but it ain't great. A lot of people are poor because the rent is low and they can't fix their place. So let's see if she gets $47,000 for it. She probably put at least 20 into it. You'd have to. I prefer to just sell it as is and get what I could out of it. But yeah, I had a lot of fears living here because the rent kept going up, and my income couldn't keep up, Though we might get 10% increase in January, but then that can, shove some people into a higher income threshold, and then I'm losing benefits anyway. I just lost my food stamps after the 16th, and I'm about to press the button on... I'll wait till my checks get here. Once I get my checks, I'll press the button, and that'll be the end of it. But back to fears. Fears. You could take those fears, and you could turn it into something of hope. My hope is a better situation than what I have now. And no, I'm not going to stay with my kids forever. Well, who knows? Their aspiration is to get a big old piece of land, maybe with a farmhouse on it, and I could have a little cottage there. And that's nice. That's sweet and good of them to want to drag my butt around. It tells me a lot about how much they love me. It's nice to be loved. But I just have that innate desire to develop communities for widows, because let's face it, ladies, we're probably not going to remarry. Men our age that, have any resources, they're going to be looking for younger women, definitely. Maybe they even want more kids. We can't give them that. They'll need a woman in their 40-ish age. And, you know, if the money's there, a woman's going to be interested, a younger woman, because people like things. I always liked family, that little mini community that we shared. It's so nice that we still have that. I'm very grateful that my kids still come to me. They come to Mom, you know. They call me often, and Bonnie calls me all the time. Rachel calls me all the time, and the boys I see all the time, you know. There's the 4 of them. So my direction's changed a bit currently. I think instead of a van, I'd really like to try to start that business back up again. And I've been working on it really, really hard. Trying to find the right towns and the right states, and the right setup area, the right rules. They regulated the jewelry and gold buying, unlicensed, coming in from another state. They had to make a separate set of rules, and they don't. In the state I'm looking at, the only regulations is to check in with law enforcement, register, and then keep detailed records of what you bought. Because, you know, people will steal. They'll go into homes and steal people's jewelry and come to your buy. So if something is, you know, declared missing, they want to see, you know. Cops might come in. That happened to us a few times, and they said, can we look at your list? And we'd show them, and nothing fit the description. I'd imagine a smart thief isn't gonna, like, turn it over, you know, because we ask for identification, and we take that information down. I don't want any stolen goods. So I've been doing that and researching and giving the information to Michael, because Michael always made those decisions in our original business. He would, you know, call and talk with people, find out if anybody else had done anything like that recently. And, you know, we have to check signage. It's very involved. You want to put press-in signs all over the town, especially near to where you're going to be conducting your buy. And certain towns have certain rules, and in some places, you know, they'll just pull your signs that you paid. You know, you pay a lot of money for these signs, and I threw all my old signs away. I can't believe it. 30, 40 signs that now we're going to have at least 20 of them. And with the price of things today, I can't even imagine what it's going to cost. But I'm going to do it. I have to start going around and talking. I don't even remember what the size of them were. They were about, like, I don't know. They were a good size, and they were on little metal stands. You'd shove them in the ground, and then the end of the buy, you'd pull them all back out again. Some would be missing. Sometimes all of them were missing, depending on, you know, how vindictive, like, local pawn shop owners are. They'll just pull them and take them, throw them in the dumpster. It isn't an easy world out there. I get their point of view, and I get my point of view. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to lately, is trying to funnel all my energy into starting this again, in hopes that it just might change my life. And maybe it'll change other people's lives. If we can make it with this and I can buy that piece of land, I might be able to start that community that I'd love to start. So I put my back out trying to box everything up. I shouldn't have lifted that one box, but I did. And then I lifted another box trying to get it on top of another box so it wouldn't look so bad on the carport. And then it hurt so bad that I had to stop and come inside, and I still have tables out there that need to be folded and dragged to the side. I might let Maggie do that. She's coming early, like 10 o'clock, and already it's 7. I got a lot to do. I might have 2 nights that I'm babysitting. We're going to see how the first night goes. I know Finn. He's not going to be able to stand even the first night without them. Maggie had just gotten out of the car. We were driving a few days ago. Got out of the car to put gas in it. Where's Mama? I said, she's right there. I want her in the car. I said, why? He says, 'cause I love her so much. He's just a little romantic. He loves his mama and his dada so much. And his teacher told him not to call them mama and dada because that was babyish. Well, Maggie didn't like that one at all. She said, you can call us mama and dada as long as you want to. But, you know, peer pressure will win over. You know what? It will. Peer pressure. I didn't like it. That's why I homeschooled mine. Maggie's still thinking about homeschooling, but Finn really loves school, and he loves that little community, you know. And, you know, it's so pure and innocent right now, but, you know, in a couple of years, and, yeah, that's all it takes. The crap will begin. Yeah. School. And private schools are insane in price, though they do have the choice vouchers down here. So, like, she could find a good Christian school, maybe. I don't know. Problem with Christian schools is they're really uptight. A lot of them, I remember, I went looking around and I'm like, I don't want my child being brought up in this joyless environment. I don't know what it is, you know, nose to the grindstone and work, work, work. That's not how we learn. Not in my opinion. There's got to be more. There's got to be adventure, exploration, discovery. That's what learning should be about. I'm sorry. My ideas of learning are way different than some schools, you know. And even when I just started homeschooling in the 80s, it was acceleration. You know, you couldn't just, like, learn. You had to, like, be college level in first grade. My kids made out fine without all that craziness. We used, like, I kind of leaned toward unit studies and unschooling. Why am I talking about homeschooling? I don't know. I just want to. Like, we'd do a study on American Indians, and we'd make moccasins, and we'd make a teepee, and one time we made a Indian mound garden. It was a heaped up big round mound of dirt, and then you plant your seeds in circles all the way down to the bottom. It was so cool when everything came up, you know, just this. Unit studies. Unschooling. I loved unschooling. There were days when I'd just say, I don't care what you learn, but learn something new. Go through the books, find a craft, read a story and look it up on computer about, you know, when we had computer. We didn't have a computer till 2000. 1,000. I was resistant. I thought that stuff was the devil. I still do. There's a lot of good in technology, but there's a lot of bad too. That's just my personal opinion, and you can scold me below in the comments section. I'm sure there'll be somebody. Oh my, So, I don't know. That's where I'm at today. I'm going to go and do an overnight sit with Finn, and I'm pretty tired. My back's pretty sore, but I'm going to get her done. Got to pack up some food and make sure I have that with me. Maggie asked me yesterday, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, hey, just give me some cream of rice and a loaf of bread. I've got the rest, which I do. Might as well use it up, right? Bring a chicken and throw it in their oven. That way I can heat up their house instead of mine. But I'm going to be there, so why would I do that? I don't know. And I got this beautiful big head of cauliflower. It is so pretty and white, and before it starts to turn brown, I better cook it, right? So I'll have chicken and cauliflower. I don't like chicken, even though I can't taste it. There's just something about it that disturbs my olfactory system. Kind of like a hen house sort of feel. I can't describe it. I remember when I could taste, it tasted like dead chicken. Or like you'd imagine dead chicken would smell. I'm sorry. What a thing to say when I'm about to cook a chicken. Maybe you're cooking a chicken today and you're thinking, what is wrong with her? I don't know. There's definitely something wrong, but yeah. I'm looking at that painting over there. I think I'm going to leave it for her. It's so pretty. Look. Can you see it? Little boat in the ocean, some rocks and some sand. Very Florida. Or very seaside-ish. Yeah. 27 minutes? I've been ranting for 27 minutes? I do apologize. Oops. Okay, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I am terribly sorry, but it is a Sunday, so hopefully not everyone is working on a Sunday, and you'll be able to watch a little bit, go do something, watch a little bit more, etc., etc. So sorry. 27 minutes. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.